Hey traders, and welcome to this week's stock market wrap up and outlook. The last one wasn't up because I've been out traveling, and so yeah, things are back to normal now. And yeah, so the normally scheduled videos will be start to come back for the stock side as well. So let's get started into this week's video. Now, first of all, to start off with is the S&P 500. We can see here finally, that we've broken out of this little zone here that we've been looking into for quite some time. Broken above it, so stopping out everyone that was short way back here. Now we've pulled back into this zone. It's an area that, it could be a fake out, because if you look here on the weekly, it's a nice pin bar. Now if you look here in the daily and on the 4-hour very quickly, it is pop and pullback type pattern, and we like these patterns if they're like a reversal or with the trend, depending on what way the setup is. This one is not overly clear, so mixed signals, slightly bullish on the lower time frames as a pullback, and then bearish on the higher time frames as a rejection. So the thing is with these sorts of things is there's nothing really you need to do. I'll be looking at from a couple of points I'm going to go over in the blog post for this week. So I will be keeping an eye on this for both a long and a short, and we'll see which one I actually end up taking probably next week. If it doesn't present itself exactly, I'll not be taking it. So just keep an eye on it. So I'll post in the blog post for this week's watch list. And yeah, so let's get started into a couple of other ones. So the volatility index, just looking here, started to perk up. So on Friday, yep, started to perk up on Friday. Just coming back down into here. Now if we draw in, if any momentum traders are trading this, they'll be looking at this as a potential trend line break, and that with that we could head up to high 40s, low 50s within the next day or two if volatility keeps up and the S&P starts to sell off a little bit. Again, cover that in the blog post and on the watch list as well. Yes, oil. That's very nice looking potential entry here on the intradays and daily. Could tie in nicely with the S&P actually. If we have a look here, our rising wedge formation is starting to appear right at resistance. Let's get in here. So we have upward sloping resistance and upward sloping support against a resistant zone. Now if this zone does end up being respected quite well, which it currently does look like it is, it could be a decent area to look for any selling and any opportunities in that sort of direction as well. If they don't present themselves, I'll not be looking to aggressively take anything, but I'm looking at this with a bit more interest now. If I was to look at maybe taking something, my first sort of target would be round about key support, and around about 54s, and see how it reacts from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. Lithium. Lithium hasn't really been doing an awful lot. Just been kept within this downward sloping trend line. We did start to break out of it back in February, and that was looking pretty good. Starting to break back into this zone again, which isn't the best of things to see, but at the same time, as long as we are above this 26 support zone, I'm not too bad with it. Yeah, I've got my eye on a few more lithium plays, again, that we cover in the blog post. And yeah, just one to keep a very, very close eye on. Bitcoin is not really doing very much. It is starting to trend up a little bit, so I have my eye on a few Bitcoin stocks, or Bitcoin or crypto related stocks. So yeah, Ripple, same thing, not very much happening. Gold starting to head a good bit higher here. If we do start to reject this sort of area here, it's an area I'll be looking for any rejections or any sort of reversal patterns. Reason being is, let's see, so more specifically, I'll be looking for rejection in this sort of little zone here. If we do get one, I'll look for potential opportunities to the downside, because that's a head and shoulders pattern starting to form. I guess not the most cleanest, but it is still presentable. Need to keep an eye on the US dollar for that one as well. So yeah, want to keep a very close eye on. Now to get into the stock side of things, one or two that are on my radar is this Canopy Growth. Now Canopy Growth is a pot stock, one I've been pretty bullish on for quite some time, but starting to look a bit, a little bit bearish here. Let's see if I can get some volume put up. Okay, it's not working. Anyway, so we had a bullish pennant starting to form here. Unfortunately, we're looking like we're starting to break below this, and I'm assuming there's going to be some volume to the downside. And if that's the case, I'll be looking for potential short opportunities if they present themselves. If they don't, I'm not chasing, and I'm not going to be getting into trades I don't need to get into. So yeah, just keeping an eye on that one. Now bringing this scanner over very quickly. If you remember our last video that we've done on our live stream on our Facebook group, went over how it is we actually use these. So I'll very quickly go over a couple that I have on watch. So DPW I have as a bottom type play. If I bring that up. And I'm not going to be looking for it, aggressively or anything, because it's done a reverse split. It could be a little bit volatile, and yeah, it's one of those ones if it starts to go without me, I don't really care too much. What else do we have here? Yeah, IGC, very nice setup. And IGC. Nice setup here. If this starts to break above this downward sloping trend line, could be one to watch a little bit closer. You can spot where the risk could be, where you could risk off, and where you can sort of potentially sort of trade manage your position if it does produce a signal to either go long or short. And yeah, want to keep a very, very close eye on. Now that basically wraps it up for this week. Nothing of any significance on the fundamental side that we can see anywhere right now, but we will update those within the members watch list for the week as we continue through Monday to Friday. So if there's any fundamental data that comes out, we'll post it in there, and yeah, keep you up to date in that post. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.